Hello, good morning, students. Uh, in our previous classes, we have discussed why all other homeopathic subjects are essential to know the practical utilization of repertory. And in last class, we have discussed the significance of knowledge of anatomy and physiology. Anatomy and physiology, so that we can utilize our basic knowledge of anatomy and physiology in repertory. So in nutshell, we will try to revise what we have studied. Anatomy give us to understand the anatomical schema used in many repertory. Many repertories are anatomically arranged in anatomical schema. So knowledge of anatomy help us to understand the anatomical schema, also help us to understand the rubrics given in a particular chapter in all those repertory which are arranged on anatomical schema. So knowledge of anatomy help us to understand rubric which are arranged on anatomical schema, because anatomical organ, if you don't know, then you will not be able to correlate that how rubrics would be arranged and taken. Now second point we have discussed, that knowledge of physiology. So physiology in nutshell is normal functioning. Normal functioning help us to know what is normal, what is to be achieved by our treatment, as our master Samuel Hahnemann told that he is likewise a preserver of health. If he knows the disease, if he knows the thing that जो हमें रिमूव करके उसे if he knows the thing that had to remove, तो हमें क्या चीज़ रिमूव करना है और हमें किस चीज़ पे वापस लेके आना है. It means we had to take back him in normal condition. How you will take him in normal condition? You will take him in normal condition only if you know that what is normal. And second thing, to analyze the symptom, that this symptom should be converted in rubric or not. First you have to decide that this symptom should be taken or not, and if this symptom is taken, then it should be analyzed and evaluated or not. So knowing normal is essential, and it can be known only by the knowledge of anatomy and physiology. So knowledge of physiology helps us to understand that what is normal, what are physiological conditions, and what we have to consider. Now we will discuss next step in allied when you come to second year, you start studying pathology. Why pathology is in second year, not it is in first year? Why? Just simple. First we should know that what is normal. Then and only then we can differentiate it with abnormal. So pathology, it means in nutshell dealing with disease or abnormal. So if you know the normal, then only you can differentiate that what are abnormal things. Pathology found basis for knowledge of practice of medicine. A person who is good in physio will be found, for him it will be easy to understand patho, and if you know physiology, pathology very well, then it will be very easy to understand practice of medicine. So it is a chain reaction. If you are weak in physiology, then you will be facing difficulty in understanding pathology, resulting problem in facing to understand all the topic of practice of medicine. What will happen? You will not be able to diagnose the disease in proper way. You will not be able to understand that what should be its management. You will not be able to understand that how we should decide the prognosis. So it's a chain reaction, and if you will not be able to decide that what disease, what is required, what is prognosis, what should be its management, then you will not be able to understand that which symptoms should be taken and which symptoms should be given up to what level of importance. Taking a symptom is not so easy, because when a patient will come, what he will say? He will tell you a lot of things, but you have to decide that what type of things should be considered while noting down his symptoms. Now, one more thing. There are many type of cases which comes to you. Some cases require proper treatment. Some cases may need just palliation. Some cases may need suppression. It depends upon case that what we will do. So how we will decide that what should be done in this type of case? It will be decided by the susceptibility of the person. What is condition of his susceptibility? What is condition of disease? What is seat of disease? Like you may have heard in organ of medicine that Boger have focused on pathology. You have studied Boric Materia Medica. So in Boric Materia Medica, you will find that a lot of pathological conditions are discussed in detail. So even now you understand that if you have proper knowledge of pathology, then it will be easy to understand Materia Medica also. So same way, pathological knowledge, pathological conditions, understanding, and to know what are mechanism of generation of any disease, help us to prevent it. One easy point first, I should summarize that there are many repertories which are based on pathology. There are many repertories which are based on particularly pathology. For example, Boric repertory is also a type of repertory which is carrying a lot of pathological rubric. But Murphy repertory is very much famous for its pathological rubrics. Which repertory? Murphy. It is very suitable for pathological cases. A case which is predominant with pathological symptom. So now you understood that if you know what type of case, if you know it is a pathological case, then it will be very easy to select repertory, that which type of case, so which type of repertory should be selected. So pathological repertory should be used a case which are having a lot of pathological symptom. Many other are example like general repertory BBCR. This BBCR repertory is also carrying a lot of pathological symptoms, and you will find that a lot of pathological rubric. So it will be very easy to understand the disease and to convert in rubric. It means these are repertory where you will find a lot of pathological rubrics. One more thing, you should when you are using suppose you take a case and you prescribe medicine, everything, you repertorize after evaluation and everything, and then comes point of prescription. What you will do? How you will prescribe? You have not to prescribe just your medicine. You have to also select your potency. So potency selection is always guided by sequence of disease, condition of disease, and along with susceptibility. But you have to understand that this is a pathological condition and what type of potency should be selected. Like most of the pathological conditions require lower potency. Most of the pathological conditions require lower potency. It is not applicable always. Most of the time we see that pathological condition. Okay, we want to do palliation or suppression. Palliation and suppression. So if you are able to diagnose that it is a pathological case, then you are able to decide that this case should be cured or palliated or suppressed. Many times what happens that we want to cure, but patient himself saying that Dr. Sir, I did not want complete cure. I just want to finish my exam, and whatever palliation you want to give, you can give me, and first I have to finish exam or something, and then you give me proper treatment, no issue. But at present I am in hurry and I want just palliation. So what you will do? You will select pathological prescription and you can also use mother tincture also in these type of cases for palliation and this thing, and but you can also use lower potency of Evredat for palliation or pathological cases. So you understood, and when case is now under control, now you can try for proper anti-miasmatic treatment. So it depends upon pathology that what you will do, and if very deep pathology, then in many cases cure is not possible, then you will decide this. So knowing pathology is very essential to understand that what we will do in case and what type of repertoire should be selected. Now, few conditions like anemia. Anemia can be physiological, can be pathological. Anemia can be physiological, can be pathological. If you are able to decide that it is physiological anemia or it is pathological anemia, your management, plan of treatment, many things will be changed accordingly. Suppose aplastic anemia, anemia during pregnancy. So aplastic anemia, you will think of cure along with palliation. But anemia during pregnancy, what you will do? You will focus on its management. You will focus on its management. So you will take a different type of routine and along with dietary management, and it have more scope of treatment, very easy prognosis. Prognosis is very good. Prognosis is very good. Now, one more condition like anemia due to hookworm, hookworm infestation. So suppose if he is suffering from anemia and you found that hookworm infestation. So what will happen? You need different type of management along with different type of rubric and different type of condition is same. But it depends upon your knowledge of pathology that what type of rubric you will decide, what type of repertory you will select, and what type of potency should be applied on the patient. So now you understood that knowledge of pathology is essential in understanding the rubric and selecting. Now one more thing, like anemia due to iron deficiency anemia. Iron deficiency anemia अगर simple है, so dietary management you will do. But in many cases we are giving medicine, we are giving dietary management. But if you know pathology very well, then you may know that okay, he is taking iron, but he is not able to absorb iron. So what you will do? You will provide him vitamin C rich diet. If you provided vitamin C rich diet, what will happen? It will automatically improve. It will automatically improve along if iron plus vitamin C. So if you know pathology, then it will be better, easy to manage a case. Now one more case. A case came to you with osteoporosis. What you will think? You will think the same treatment will be given, but it depends upon age. Suppose and sex. If she is female and her age is approximately 50 years. Now, see, now you know that it is a pathology, but it is common for her age. Now you know that it is a pathology, it is common for her age because of menopausal syndrome. So what you will do? You will think accordingly. You will also select other rubric of menopausal syndrome. So knowledge of pathology is essential to understand the use of repertory. Now, one more thing, stages of disease. Like कैंसर के कई स्टेज हैं, तो किस स्टेज की डिजीज है? इफ यू नो पैथोलॉजी, then you will do according to its management according to its stage. So knowledge of pathology is essential to select a rubric, to select a symptom and convert into rubric, and it is essential, knowledge of pathology is essential to select what type of repertory, which type of pathological repertory we will use, and also help us to select the potency. So in nutshell, I will try to summarize today's lecture. Pathology is essential for practical utility of repertory, and particularly a case which are predominant with pathological symptoms. So thank you all. Tomorrow we will discuss some other topic related to repertory. So that now I am trying to give you a basic concept that only knowing repertory is not essential. All other subjects are how they can be correlated with our repertory, and what are their significance, how we will correlate them, how they are help us to utilize our repertory in a better way. So utilization of repertory not only depend upon the knowledge of repertory, it also depend upon the knowledge of other subject. So please, it's my humble request to all of you that keep revising all other previous subjects which you have studied in your previous years, and it will help you to handle your case in a very better way. So thank you all. If any query, then you can contact me on my personal WhatsApp message. Okay, thank you.